Okay. Hello guys. First things first, I'm trying to work on my accent, English accent, for auditioning for Pride and Prejudice. Along with, I am testing out the filter for movie reviews. You know, I think I may just go back and forth and using accents, I don't know. Post the comments, how was that accent? I think that was alright-ish. So, yeah, I don't want to do that accent. Now that I think about it, I don't want to do the accent the whole video. So, hey guys, welcome to my new movie review. It's not really new. Similar to when I did Mean Girls last year, this movie is a decade old. Well, decade-ish old. It turns a decade old this year. I don't know when, but it was made in 2005. So, it was really good. I've seen it twice in the past 24 hours because when I rent stuff from, like, iTunes and things, I have it for 24 hours. So, I try to watch them twice in, like, 2 separate days. I did good. I had to rush home a little bit Monday, but I made it. Like 20 minutes to spare. So I really liked it. So first off, nice job to Jane Austen, because I'm assuming that after such a good movie, that the book is also that great. Also all the like directing crew stuff. Keira Knightley is just always fantastic. Like I really love the Pirates of the Caribbean. By the way, if you think about it, her and Orlando Bloom is probably the main reason why As Stranger Tides sucked, because they're not in it. It's basically it just had Jack Sparrow. That's the only correlation it had, really. I'm tired. I shouldn't be arguing. Also, I didn't know how good until this movie came out. I didn't know how good Matthew McFayden was. His job as Darcy was absolutely great. Again, I haven't read the book, but I liked it. I think I can manage it. Considering he is like the main lead, and plus, just going to play more into a vlog, that there are 2 leads. Well, they're casting 2 people for it because they're doing double casting for like the principals. I think I have a good shot at making it, and I want to do it. And so, thank you, Matthew McFayden. You made it. The role looked desirable. You did a good job. Oh, I feel like an ass. It's trying to think of other people. This had a couple people from Hunger Games, which I did like seeing, because I didn't know they were going to be in this movie. It was kind of nice seeing Donald Sutherland as not the mean villain. Yeah, I really liked him. He plays a good bad guy and a good guy. So, nice job, Donald Sutherland. Man, I need to watch more Donald Sutherland movies. Sounds fun. Also, Jenna Malone, as always, great. And stuff. Although I did have to say, I did kind of find it hard to believe that she was cast as the youngest daughter of the 5. Because in my mind, it's just me, but I think both Kitty and Mary look younger. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a little partial. Because I do love Joanna Mason. So, I'm trying to think what else I can say in this part. This is just going to be a shorter one. Hopefully, because for one thing, I want shorter movie reviews, and I want to take a nap. So, we're going to get into spoilers now. I'm not sure what I'm going to say for spoilers, but I'll figure it out. So, Burb. Oh, I should rate it. I did really like this movie. Although it's not the type of movie I would watch. Usually. Like, it's not. If you look back at the movies I typically watch, it's a lot of, like, action-y movies. This is by far not that. So, how would I rate this? I feel like I learned a lot about things. Mostly about second chances and things. And I feel like not as much Pride, but I did learn a lot about prejudice. I may have just missed the Pride part. Oh, although I do like the quote, which I'll get to later. I get sidetracked so easily. I'll give it 8.5. I know I am trying to learn to scale. It just really is that good. It's a great movie. Go watch it, or go read it. Go read the book. Be better than I am and go read books. Or go see the play next semester. It's gonna be great. Burb. Spoilers warning. Okay, so the first thing I want to get to is none of this actually has to do an awful lot with plot. I just I really can't think of an awful lot to say for spoilers warning. Oh, that quote I mentioned. The quote that I really liked about Pride, whether or not you see Pride as a fault or a virtue, which, I mean, there are good arguments for both, and that's why I'm kind of conflicted. You can see I mean, my personal answer is probably a little bit of both, but I feel like that's also not really a good answer, because then people get mad because that's very indecisive. Although I'm very indecisive. So back to this. Again, none of these things are really important. So, first things off, in the chase, Mrs. Bennet should not have been able to catch up to Lizzie. During the chase, when, she just rejected Mr. Collins, and then she's running away a little bit, and she looks like she's, catching up to her. I wouldn't say she's an old woman, but she's not as lively. And plus, Keira Knightley's I don't know, 25-ish? It looks like she's, at least holding up to her. If she wanted to, Keira Knightley could just, well, comparatively to Mrs. Bennet. I just feel like, I know, it wouldn't be much of a chase. I know, it still would. Lizzie carries far more ground than Miss Bennet. And I want that represented. Okay, and also, the second thing I want to talk about, is the scene when the officers are just arriving. I know it took me a second watch through to realize that, because there was a slow pan on one soldier, to realize that was Mr. Wickham. But the first time you watch it, it's annoying, and I still don't really like it. I still don't like the momentary focus. Although maybe it's just because I'm not quite fond of just how his face looks. In my mind, I think he has quite a punchable face. I really hope you're not watching this at some point. But I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna say for the good things, because there are a lot. I just don't know what specifically to say. Mostly of stuff that doesn't incorporate the book. So again, I always like focusing stuff on the movie. So, burp. Okay. So to kind of go back to what I said earlier with the quote, I feel like I did take a lot of quotes out of this. In fact, I think I'm probably gonna add in to a list of these quotes. One day a woman will catch your eye, and then you'll have to watch your tongue. Catch your eye, watch your tongue. Yeah, I like that. Mostly because I don't watch my tongue. Also, I had to give that advice to somebody. Freaking Sam. So, I like that quote. I don't know why. I just feel like it kind of captures the essence of liking someone and trying to impress them. Well, trying not to give yourself a bad image. Prejudice. So, that's two things. I'm both going back to Mr. Darcy because I do really like this role. One of them, first, I'm not sure when the quiet moment when it tipped the scale, because I feel in the beginning he's just a total ass. He's just kind of he's a cold-hearted, terrible person that you don't want to be around. And then at least by the end, he is very lovable. I think great. I'm still not even sure. After watching this twice, I'm still not sure at what point it shifted completely. Oh, I feel like it's getting earlier and earlier. It got earlier the second time I watched it than the first time. Whereas I feel like it. I still haven't pinpointed the exact moment in the movie, but I would say when he proposed the first time I watched it, I still did not like him fully. Second time I watched it, I did like him by then, so I know it was getting earlier. I did like that. It was good. I liked how they did that. And also, probably the most romantic thing I have ever seen in a movie or life, really. The ending with the what he should call Lizzie, and then end with the Mrs. Darcy part. That was great. That was freaking fantastic, man. It's great. I like the sentiment. I'm trying to think what the exact quote was. I don't have the exact quote. No, it's a long quote. Burp. Found it. Lizzie said, tells Mr. Darcy to only call her Mrs. Darcy when he is completely and perfectly and incandescently happy, and then at that point he repeatedly calls her that. That is like freaking. That's freaking perfect, man. Again, like I said, you get to a point where you absolutely love Mr. Darcy. And he's great. He's a really good person. But he doesn't need to, like, once he warms up, it's a great person. So, I'm at here. Leave a like for your video. Post in the comments, what do you like me to talk about next, and how absolutely rubbish my accent is. Subscribe to this channel. I post videos every single Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. This is the second time recording this clip, and I realize that I don't want to try to say Bybyce in the accent. So, just my regular voice, Bybyce.